Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man side, just hot off the press, beating Nottingham Forest at home at Anfield 3-0. It was one heck of a performance. By the way guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel as always. I might as well start with the giveaways now. This is Miyazaki's own trademark speciality, Miyazaki Karamen. This is the hot, fiery lava ramen of your dreams. Even in Tokyo, this is exclusive and hard to find. Miyazaki is the place to be, and this ain't cheap. This is about £5 a pack, but this is delicious see-through chewy noodles with that kara chili, spring onion umami. Really good for your palate. And for those of you that can't take heat, we've got a tomato ramen variant as well. Tomato ramen is actually much nicer than you can imagine. So how do you win one of these things? Simply comment below whom you think my favourite player, my favourite Liverpool player of all time is in the comments below. Every single person who gets the right answer, I'm going to do one of his little wheel things, and whoever's the last man standing will get this sent to your way. Entries close on the 16th of November. Get your comments underway. So in this video, we're going to give the players the ratings and what I thought of the game against Nottingham Forest. Before we do, Mamoto Kudasai, please protect Luis Diaz's dad. Very sad, very unfortunate. We're all giving our prayers and hopes to him. It was a fitting tribute by Diogo Jota. That alone, that gesture alone deserves a 10 out of 10. That was fantastic. Liverpool are a family club, and we all really put our deepest hopes that he can be found safe and return to his family, because family is everything. Family, health and happiness. That's all you need in life, really. But speaking of happiness, Liverpool gave us quite a delight. We were absolutely dominant. We looked on fire. It could have been 4-0 if Gakpo wasn't offside. If he left it for Salah to slot in, it would have been great anyway. But yeah, performance was really good. Let's start with Alisson Becker. Alisson, faultless. His distribution looked good. He is concentrating all game. Nothing much you can say. He wasn't involved that much. We dominated the play, right? We dominated the ball. Standard 7 out of 10. He didn't have to do much. But yeah, what he did do, he did simply and effectively. Now, let's start on the left side. Costa Simas, I think, has been given a hard time by a lot of football channels and a lot of fans. Why? He is an able deputy for Robertson. He's never going to match up to one of our best, if not the best left back that Liverpool has ever had. The Scottish Braveheart, Liverpool's cheeky chappy. But Tsimikas offers his own attributes. He's got that delicious whipped in cross on the ball. He's tenacious, he holds the line, he's dependable, he's solid. He always makes himself available for the ball. He's not as up and down gung-ho Duracell bunny like Andy Robertson, but then again, who is? But for his role, we kept a clean sheet. Clean sheet is vitally important for our style of play, because it gives us a basis to formulate our attacks and stick to the plan without falling under pressure. I know we've been very composed, mental monsters, mentality monsters, even going 1-0 behind, even a red card behind. We're sticking to the tactics and plans because they trust in Klopp, the higher power. Costa Simas is absolutely a fine deputy at left back. He's probably one of the best left backups in the whole league, and I have no problem at all with his performance. I thought he did pretty well, and he's always available for the ball. He doesn't shy away from it. He's making a connection as well. And Luis Diaz, unfortunately, unavailable as well. Making that connection on the fly between Tsimikas and Jota takes some time, especially with Gravenberch being the left-sided 8 as well. You're talking about a new triangle that results in new chemistry and new styles of play and new channels opening up and new first touch demands. It's all takes training, and all takes rapport, and all takes an adjustment period, right? So what can you expect? And with that in mind, I give him a solid 7. Tsimikas did his role and we kept a clean sheet. What more can you ask? And he is our left back for the foreseeable future, because Robertson needs to recover from his injury, no pressure, and under Klopp's guidance and with the support system in and around him, support infrastructure, people covering for him when he overlaps, but Gravenberch will push forward as well, which is what we'll come on to later, because Gravenberch is given this particular role working with Tsimikas, and in a quality midfield with McAllister and Szoboszlai, Gravenberch has a slightly different role. We'll come on to that as I mentioned again. Van Dijk looking imperious, looking absolutely monstrous. Mammoth, captain. I love the huddle at the start of the session. He was dominant. Virgil van Dijk of old, I wouldn't swap him for any centre back in the world. It's not just tactical attributes, it's the personality as well, it's the family feeling, it's the level of respect within the game, but within the Liverpool squad as well. He is deservingly captain material and captain of the national side as well. Virgil van Dijk, 8. He gets an 8. He could be a 9, but he can play better. And once again, there will be tougher days. He's done everything required of him. He was solid enough. 8. And Ibu Konate, Man Mountain. He looked fantastic. Ibu the Titan. He's partnered with Van Dijk. Oh no, that's karaoke. Sorry, that's later. Yeah, Konate with Van Dijk. What a pairing. Speed, power, physical presence. Absolutely monstrous. And he's got a goofy laugh as well. Gotta love Konate. He's a joke in the dressing room, right? Who would expect that? He is class, and we got to keep him fit. He will be right up there in terms of how important our players is, because between him and Van Dijk, you can't separate the two who's been more important for this season and for seasons going forward. So obviously Van Dijk is captain, Konate is young blood, but he's got the pace, physical attributes, and you know, that presence. He was boff. Yeah, so Konate, absolute top dog. But similar to Van Dijk in performance, didn't have to do too much. Everything he was called upon did solidly. Let's give him an 8 as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, it wasn't a game where he transitioned so much into pinging the kind of long balls and the whipped balls and eye-catching balls. But you notice sometimes when Trent's name isn't mentioned in the match report in the media, it's because quietly he's going about his business, racking up those numbers, those passes, given, goes, taking up the positions, covering the offensive transition, the counter-attacks, doing all the silent stuff that's never appreciated unless you know what to look out for. Trent did his job reliably and solidly. He didn't need to hit those over-the-top balls, those long balls, those eye-catching balls. We had other players on the pitch who could make that impact for us. Domi Schlobbers, we'll come to him in a bit as well. So, with that in mind, I thought Trent was reliable, solid, dependable, and effective. Okay, from what I'm looking for in a match, I'll give him an 8. Because once again, the whole backline kept a clean sheet. That's all you can ask for. And he was quietly effective. I really like that performance. It's a mature performance. It's a vice-captain's performance. Trent with an 8. Holding midfield player, McAllister. Now, I was going to make a video, right, on why McAllister is such an effective number 6. Endo is such an effective number 6, right? Curtis Jones can do that role. Szoboszlai can do that role. Gravenberch probably is not trusted to do that role at the moment. But Alexis McAllister against teams like Nottingham Forest, where you dominate the ball in possession. The first line of defence is the front line pressing on your 6th position. You need someone who can turn their way out of position, lay the ball back, move into space, dominate the kind of zone of control, the tempo, the zone of area of control, where you've got to pivot your ball and start moving things around. It's all based on McAllister. The fullbacks will bomb forward, the centre backs will push back, the centre backs will tighten up to form that triangle, the 2 central midfielders will tighten up. It's all dependent on an intelligent player dictating the play, and McAllister is that intelligent brain. He is the coach, Jurgen Klopp, mini Jurgen Klopp, ginger style, in the middle of the pitch. Very effective game, one of the top games for McAllister. I wanted to give him a 9, but I think there's more deserving players of a 9, and you have to be absolutely, truly faultless to get a 10. So we're going with 8 as well. Solid game from McAllister. Gravenberch was also quietly effective. Now, you notice in the Europa League games and in the Cup games, you see Gravenberch drive to the edge of the area, turn, pivot, because he's got Endo or whoever covering him to let him to use his natural attributes, his technical attributes, his physical attributes to dominate the play and transition, burst forward with progressive runs. However, Gravenberch, in a system with Szoboszlai and McAllister, can do more of the Wijnaldum role, the more Curtis Jones role, okay? He's not prominent, he's not eye-catching, he'll be effective, he'll cover the channels, he'll cover the space, he'll cover the transitional half space when the other side pushes forward, and we know Szoboszlai can get up and down, and he really gets up effectively as well. Szoboszlai is more effective than Gravenberch going up, so Gravenberch naturally did the more passive of the 8's roles, because both 8's can't do the same thing the whole time. And about personnel on a pitch, if Szoboszlai is there and Gravenberch is there, you probably prefer Gravenberch being the more subtle one, keeping the ball rolling and rotating and going, making yourself available, controlling the game. It was a controlled game by Gravenberch, nothing outstanding, nothing special, but you can obviously see his quality. This boy is on form, he's happy and just delighted to play. Tough choice when he and Curtis Jones are both available. In current form, you've got to allow Gravenberch to keep developing. You know, you don't lose your place just because perhaps Jones is higher up on the pecking order and seniority. Let's hopefully see Gravenberch retain his place against Luton away, right? So once again, not a bad game for him to retain his place, do something. And if he doesn't absolutely bring, you know, all his attributes to that function, to that role, not necessarily eye-catching, but from what Jurgen Klopp and Pep Linders want, then there might be justification. But you take a game on game and what Jones can offer you, which is ability to receive the ball anywhere on the pitch, and the chemistry already built with that whole, you know, left-hand channel side, then you'd expect it'll be a fight up and a toss up match by match. Okay, there's no favoritism here. You play the right player for the function, for the right match. Look at my strategic video, it goes in depth onto match preparation. I think you'll enjoy it, guys, as well. Okay, so we're going to give Gravenberch a 7. Then on the other side, Domi Schlobbers. Sexy Szoboszlai, sensational Szoboszlai. He's got absolutely everything that you want in a midfield dynamo. Offensive, defensive. He surprised a lot of people by his work ethic, his work rate. Obviously, he came second behind Mo Salah in the bleep test in the you know, the sprints in pre-season. I think Szoboszlai is a generational talent that just has a bit of everything. But what I really enjoy is not just the technical and physical attributes of him. He's got a brain as well. He's got that game intelligence to know when to drive with the ball, when to trust his techers. Do you remember that little cut inside on the edge of the penalty area, winning the penalty at a crucial moment when we needed to gain the momentum? He's got the game intelligence to make an impact, and that can't really be taught. That's inside, that's internal, Domi Schlobbers. And with that in mind, wow, we picked up an absolute gem. I will do a comparisons video as well between, Mason Mount, Man United Hammered. Love that. I know Man City going away, but you gotta love Man City being absolutely hammering Man United. I'd always choose that, even if they gain points in the title race. You always want to see Man United get hammered. It's hilarious, right? Anyway, I digress. Szoboszlai, absolutely majestic. These were his first assists in the Premier League. You get one, and straight away become two. But he should have had one already. Do you remember against Brighton on a plate for Graven Birch, who skied it onto the bar? Well, yep, two are here. Next week, let's expect another two against Luton, right? Peace. Szoboszlai, you're going to get 9. Absolutely sensational. Probably man of the match, to be honest. Szoboszlai, wowzers. Liverpool fans in Japan, he's going to get right up there in the rankings. I tell you right now, he's probably number 1. He is a sexy beast. I need to do that survey out again next time. So then we go up front. Nunez, his stats are racking up very nicely, right? Assists. We should introduce a new stat. Assists, goals, and absolutely hilarious Darwinio moments. The Darwin moment, where he rounds everybody and hits the bar, or he absolutely, crushes someone 50-50 shoulder and shoulder, rounds a keeper, runs into the post or something, or heals it, or hits a standing foot and trips himself up, or confuses himself. This Darwin is the most Liverpool happy moments player I've seen in a long time. You just watch him on the field and see what he can do, because it's hilarious. It's like Jimmy Traore, except a good version of Jimmy Traore, where he just can't control his legs. in Darwin's case, if he's got too much time to think or what to do, he goes crossed over. He'll either bury it in the top corner or bury it in not Rose End. He's got a good shot. Diving cross goal. I digress a little bit. But yeah, Darwin's really fun. He's really fun player. Outrageously talented. Love watching him. He's so good and effective, and he's scoring every week or assisting every week, and that's all you can ask for. Super high in there's cross charts, right? Goal expectancy, accuracy, whatever, players all around Europe. Darwin Nunez is always somewhere in a very isolated fun position, because there's no one else in world football like him, right? Hilarious. Love it. Yeah, I'm digressing a lot. Darwin Nunez, Big D, he gets, yeah, let's give him an 8 as well. I like the cut of his jib. Got the goal, and then on the left, the gesture by Jota. That gesture itself for Luis Diaz, once again, we pray he's safe. Pray the father, Big Lucho, comes home nice and safely. Jota was a really good performance. He's actually looking really dangerous. He drives into the box in front of defenders. He's got this jinky style that's hard to dispossess him of the ball, because he goes one way then goes the other. He's comfortable with both feet. He can shoot off both feet as well. He's one of those players that will be very hot and very cold, very streaky, but when he's on a kind of hot streak, he looks very good. And the reaction to Poacher's goal to get the Darwin's shot, rebounded to Jota. I don't think it counts as an assist, right, because the goalkeeper had an intervention. Was the last week's one that hit the post and came out. That does count as an assist because no one touched it in between. So I don't think Darwin gets an assist, but he might actually get the assist on Fantasy Football. I don't quite know how that works. Someone confirm for me in the comments below. But yeah, Jota is very awkward to defend against, because he's very direct. He doesn't go long around the outside. He cuts in and is close enough to the defender to make them make a decision. And when you commit a player like that and cause chaos and havoc and controversy, the players in and around you can benefit and reap the benefits. And he's very sharp. He's a poacher. He's got the poacher's instinct within him, right? So he's always useful for a goal in these type of matches. I'd like to see us kind of try and pick him up with the header a bit more, because his head is very effective and he gets into the right positions as well. But can't complain. He got his goal. Luis Diaz shirt, very emotional. He started in place with him. I'm going to give Jota an 8. I think he performed very well overall. Very happy with his contribution, and long may it continue, because he will be our left-sided forward first choice for a while, because Gakpo can play there and Darwin Nunez can play there, but Darwin Nunez is a bit one-dimensional when he plays there. Speed, demon out around the outside, pull it back, whereas Jota is a bit more multifaceted and allows Simicast to round the outside and whip it in as well, and Graven Birch playing the kind of half-space Mazzala position as well. So yeah, let's give Jota an 8. And then Mo Salah. What can you say about Mo Salah? This guy is sensational, absolute legend, club legend, performs week in, week out, always available, always fits, plays almost every minute, and his standards never drop below a 7, I would say. And it's not a 7 today. Let's give him an 8 as well, because he got his goalkeeping mistake error, but yep, nicely finessed into the net. Salah is always outrageously effective. He's always a marked man, but always finds a way to affect the game, and the players trust him and know what he can do. Technically, he's still brilliant. He's got a game intelligence, and have you noticed, similar to Messi, he's on a very similar trajectory as older Messi. His game intelligence is becoming more and more prominent as he's getting older, less direct and pacey, more making the right decisions and delivering the perfect balls. The only thing that Messi has that Salah doesn't is Messi learned from Maradona. Maradona corrected his free kick techniques, hitting through the ball on the undercut to curl it in with a beautiful curl. Maradona, still probably my favourite, best player, because he can just single-handedly win a championship or win a World Cup or win a team. I know Messi is fantastic, and Pele and Garrincha and all the other arguments as well. Van Basten, best pure striker as well. Ronaldo, R9, the real one. Yeah, Maradona taught Messi how to do it. There's no Maradona for Salah, but Salah is effective in his own way. Mo Salah gets an 8 as well. Top-notch performance. But Szoboszlai, man, how much is this midfield an upgrade from last season? How excited were you when Henderson got the ball, when Fabinho got the ball? But now, what's McAllister going to do? Pivot, turn, play it, long ball, over the top, tempo, maestro, control, trigger. Dominic Szoboszlai, exciting in his own third, in the opposition third, and Gravenberch, man, wow. Exciting. Wataru Endo came on. Precious 10 minutes for him. He's getting adjusted to Premier League, but he's becoming trusted more and more. Quality player. Wataru! It's Wataru Endo. God love the man. Heart, guts, brains, skills, the looks as well. Yeah. Cody Gakpo, impromptu appearance as well. Could have got a goal, probably should have got a goal. What can you do, right? Striker's instinct. Sometimes you wave it off. You don't know if the ball's going to come. Is what it is. And yes, Jurgen Klopp with the lineup, with the pressures, obviously with the precarious situation. He said brilliant words, beautiful words, really reassuring words, and the whole of Liverpool are with Klopp, are with Liverpool, and the whole of Liverpool and Klopp are with Luis Diaz. We hope for the safe return once again. Remember the competition. Kanamen, who do you think the Miyazaki Man size favourite Liverpool player is? In the comments below. Please join the Discord as well. We have Liverpool banter and chat every single day around starting lineups, transfer talk, general talk, all that kind of stuff, news outlets. Join the Discord. Good fun to chat. I'm going to jump on live chat as well soon. Once this channel gets to 1,000 subscribers, I think it needs like 4,000 watch hours or something, then the live streams begin. Unfortunately for me, British summertime's ended, right? Which means that now everything is 1 hour later. So 3 PM kickoffs are now, used to be 11, it's 12. Oh my goodness. I'm still going to try and do them, by the way. 12:30 kickoffs earlier for me, but it's you can watch on TV as well. I'm going to do my best to give you all of the content that you guys deserve. Much love. Make sure you like this video to beat the algorithm. Subscribe as well if you haven't subscribed already. Journey to the top. Miyazaki Man Ichiban, Liverpool fan in Japan. Peace.